good morning, my intrepid trader friends. This is Sahara with FYI Sahara YouTube. And I want to take a moment to invite you over to my trading channel called FYI Sahara YouTube. You can recognize it by the evolving man at the top. The idea is hopefully we're evolving to better times. So if you are ever on Facebook, come over to this group and join and share as well. I want to show you 1 month of the Australian US in the Bollinger Band bounce method. And I'll be going over, I've done a series of YouTubes explaining the simplicity of this. Hopefully it helps take the strain out of trading. Also the uncertainty. That's the whole thing, is being brave enough to stick with a method. And most traders will tell you that. I divided this, first of all, it starts up, and I think it's like September 20th to October 20th. And let me get some close-up things. I divided it into 3 panels so you could look at the numbers more carefully. And just like the other Bollinger Band examples, I invite you to take out a pen and pencil and write down the numbers so you can see for yourself the way things add up, what's hot and what's not. We start off around the 20th of September. We're in October now, and I start off with noting that at this point, it's almost, you think, oh, that's a whole day right there. I saw the next day opening below, and it continues to make a touch from the upper band to the lower band. And the idea is to ping pong back and forth, sell here and wait for it to give you the signal to get out. So you put in the sell around 72, 79, and you're going to wait for the bands to once again step away from the Bollinger Band average and move to the other side of the pair. And this is the daily chart. And also, as you do it, if you do it on some demo accounts, or just go back and back check your own trades, you can see how you could maybe improve on your trading when to get in. I think this type of trading is all about knowing what's up and what's down, period. If you know the direction, you got 50% chance of being right. It should be noted that about 75% of the people that get into foreign exchange trading don't last more than a year. It's the ones that stick to a plan that will be there 10 and 20 years later. And if you go over the several charts and go back and look at this one again as well, you're going to start noticing these moving averages. This is all moving averages. This is Bollinger Bands are moving averages of where the outer bands are touching, and it constantly, of course, readjusts. You have you sell here. You go all the way down to here, okay? You note that this green candle, and green is kind of like, I think we're going up, like an elevator guy says, going up. I think I'm going to press the up button. So you have the green candle stepping away. It's no longer touching the Bollinger Band. And also, as we move along, you'll see where the Bollinger Band bounce either worked or didn't work, and how you can make it work to your advantage. It really helps you stay true to the pattern and true to the method. But you're going to go up here, and let's go into the next pane and see how we're going to do on the way down. Oh, before we continue on to the next pane, around September, let's say the 20th, I wanted to check out how it looked about here and how the 4-hour chart was looking. And this is what it looks like. You can pretty well tell where this is going, the 4 hour. But I do prefer to keep it in larger time frames. Now, we have our second pane and how to not bid the wrong way. Let's see. Let me get back to this pane. Oh yeah, okay, we're at 70.51. The next pane is, we sell at 70.51, and there's one problem. It goes up here. When you get here, you're going to note that it does not hit the other side of the band. It looks like a cell, and you put in a cell, but guess what? It doesn't do that. There's two ways to get yourself out of a situation like this. One is plain old get out. If you're looking at your bands, this is a 7-day unit moving average. This is this yellow line is the Bollinger Band midline, and if it goes down below or above to the wrong side of the Bollinger Band, you know you're selling. That's not a sell. This is over the Bollinger Band. It's time to get out and put in a buy. There's another way that it works out even better, so that you're not going in and out. Let's look at the larger picture. Here, this is the U-turn or wrong way. You put it in a cell because that's the way, and it doesn't go over to the other side. And you look and see it fell below the midline of the Bollinger Band and it turned green. Time to go into a buy, or is it? If you stick with the plan and you have put in a cell, you are going to wait. If you're true to the method, you're going to wait till it hits the other side of the band. So here you go into a cell. Here it sets away. Sell, buy. You make a little tiny profit, and you go here, and you see that it goes down. This is the 2 moving average. I love to follow that around on the charts. Then you're going to see it goes down, and of course it goes below the Bollinger Band, and look where it goes, all the way down to here. Your sell turns into a nice profit. I think that's, I can't see it well from my very point, but I think it's 70.55. One moment, I can blow it up. Okay, our original sell was, I don't have the number. I think it was 70.55, or let's say 7,100. So I definitely made these oversized. So here it steps away, but it doesn't go to the other side. And my pointer has gone rogue on me. Okay, that doesn't make the other side, and you're into a cell. What are you going to do? Are you going to stick with the method and wait for it to hit the other side of the band? You can, and I have in the past. Also, though, when I start to see it going over the midline of the Bollinger Band, and in the wrong direction, I'm going to get out too. But also, I've learned I'm into a cell, and I keep it, and I see it going up to here, and look what happens. It goes all the way down to here. Let me see if this is showing up okay. And it goes all the way down to here, 70.85. So you got a terrific progress in profit. Terrific profit. You're going from here all the way down to here. And this is 1 month of the Australian US. So you can see I don't have the number written down here where we put in the buy, but it would have been around 7,200. Let me get my pointer. Around 7,200, and you go to the sell, and if you keep it, I'm sorry, it goes here. You put the sell in here, and you wait for it to hit the other side. And so for this, it goes into a really nice, oh, my camera, I have camera karma. It goes into a really nice sell from way over here, around 7,200, all the way down to 70.85, and that's your payday. And you closed out the month with the Australian US at a very, very nice profit. And and this goes on and on. These charts are continuing the never-ending story, that's for sure. So I have a couple more like this that show when to get out, when to get in, the smaller time frames and the larger time frames, and the best way to use them. But most of all, not to have anxiety when you're into a sale and the currency pair seems to turn around and go the opposite way, as it did with the sell that turned into a buy. And then it did finally go all the way down here and make a wonderful profit before it stepped away. Let me see if this is picking up. Before it steps away over here and goes into a buy. And the never-ending story. To tell you a little bit about why I got into trading is I've been an astrologer all my adult life, and I've studied it intently. More of kind of self-growth type thing, and of course I've done charts for years. The main thing I learned from astrology is looking at charts and patterns and seeing what they tell you. Can you read them? Are they going to point in the right direction? So it's kind of one blends into the other very nicely. And I look at these charts and I see similar patterns to the astrology, where you look up and you see patterns that actually make sense. You want to make sense out of all these little bits of data fed into our lives. So stay tuned. I've got some wonderful before and after shots of different trades where I spotted a trade and how did it end up 4 days later. And that's the name of the game now, isn't it? Do subscribe and come over to FYI Sahara YouTube on Facebook. So I bid you arrivederci.